Hello and welcome to Bear Necessities. My name is Bear, and today let's talk a little bit about what's coming up on Tuesday. So next Tuesday, we just got some notes that some unlocks are coming. So it says on Tuesday, July 12th, Varsoon server unlocks the Bloodline Chronicles and Splitpaw Saga pack content. So this is the midpoint, the mid content point for Varsoon, which means we're going to get some new content. So these Bloodline Chronicles and Splitpaw Saga packs were essentially with the game updates or adventure packs back in the day, and you would be able to do this content whenever it unlocked during the expansion cycle. So back then, this was like about midway through vanilla, they released Bloodline Chronicles and Splitpaw. And both are really interesting. I'll kind of go into some of the details of those, see what you guys think. But on top of that, I did want to mention that Terranax, which is the PvP server, is also unlocking Rise of Kunark. So that's pretty cool. Guild halls, AAs, as well as levels raised to level 80. Now, I'm not sure how many people play on the PvP server still, but I do know a number of people are going to go back and play on the ROK servers. A lot of people love Rise of Kunark. It's a really cool expansion. But Varsoon is still up and kicking with the Bloodline Chronicles and Splitpaw Saga releasing. There's going to be a lot of content to do for group content, some solo content as well. And there's also something that's not mentioned here, but I assume that they're going to be adding is the Hunter's Quest, which I'll go into in a little bit as well. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and start and talk a little bit about the Bloodline Chronicles. Okay, so for the Demort Insignia quest, they're here in Nectilus Forest, right from the docks. You'll kind of go through the little ravine here, and then you'll come over to your left, and you'll see this big burial chambers. Also, just a note, if you want to get Shadowed Man lore and legend complete, or words of whatever the Shadow Man language is, this is a great place to do it because they're low level and they're all solo. But once you get here, there's a burial chambers, and when you go inside, and this is the first time I've done it on this character, you'll actually, or whenever you click it to go inside, you'll get this insignia band. And whenever you look at the band, you'll actually start the quest line. Which, as you can see, it says I need to locate the Demort burial chambers, which is here. I'm going to post in the description a link to the actual quest line so you guys can follow it. But essentially what you're going to do is you're going to go in here, and then you've got probably about 10 to 12 quests to go through, and they're going to require a bunch of different instances and things like that. And once you get through this, it'll actually unlock some different heroic zones. So you can see everything in here is level 50, 52. So you'll be coming in here with a group for sure. But you can see there's these coffins that you have to locate, and once you locate these coffins, it updates the quest there. But you got to break the seal on the coffins, and then it's going to lead to another quest. But you're definitely going to want to do this quest line because some of the you're going to get access to a bunch of new heroic zones. You're going to get access to a bunch of new gear. And also the Hunter's Quest, which I'll talk about next, is going to have targets within these zones that you'll have to kill. Same thing with the Splitpaw that I just covered. You're going to have to get access to that in order to do the Hunter's Quest, because there will be targets in these instances for hunters. But the biggest thing about these as opposed to the Splitpaw is there are some breakable walls in here. So there's things that you have to blow up or break down just by attacking them. But otherwise you can see that these are pretty chocked full zones, and there's a lot of mobs, so you're going to want to bring a group, do quite a bit of AoE damage, because they're still kind of solo mobs, but they're just they're in groups, and it's going to take you a while to kill all this stuff. But this quest line and the Splitpaw quest lines were actually part of what's called adventure packs, which are essentially just game updates with quite a bit of content. So you'll definitely want to do these because they're going to unlock different zones. They're going to unlock zones that you need for your hunters, as well as give you the opportunity to get new gear, and also just the quest lines are pretty cool. They allowed you to get certain factions, get certain appearance gear, as well as get certain recipes to make level 35 experts for your De Morte abilities. Alright, so that's it for De Morte. So I'll link to the quest line in the description below, but essentially what's going to happen for the Splitpaw Chronicles is you're going to get a darkened shard, and there's going to be these nullish teleporters. This is in Thundering Steppes. When you go up to them, you click on one, you'll get a darkened azure shard, and if you examine this shard, you actually get the quest, and it essentially starts this quest line where you end up going into this instance, and the instance is pretty unique in the fact that if you did like some of the Frostfang quests, you'll realize or notice that you could move certain objects a little bit. It builds on that idea, you have to stack up barrels and move wood, and so you'll start in here and you'll see this is level 49. So once you're at level 50, everything in here will be blue. I don't even have maps in here, but all that to say that there's different ways for you to get into the down into the Splitpaw area, and you'll essentially have to find your way down through going through these teleporters. And once you get to the main Splitpaw hub, there's all these quests that you have to do. Once you finish all the quests, you will get access to an X2 raid zone as well as an X4 raid zone. However, the quest line does take quite a bit of time, so you're going to want to come in here. You're going to want to finish this first area, and so you can see there's a chest up there, but the only way you can get up to that chest is actually finding little boxes to climb up there. So I'll be able to pick up a box and put it here, pick up this box here. I can put the box right here as well, so you can stack up boxes like this and kind of make yourself a little bridge, and then you use that bridge to get over and get the chest, right? So there's you're gonna have to do stuff like that in order to finish up some of these quests. You can even stack up boxes to go back there and go up here. All that to say, it's a very unique experience. The walkthrough I'll link again, and you'll definitely want to do this on your main, especially if your guild intends on raiding the Splitpaw raid zones. Everyone has to do access to get to the X4 raid zone, and has to do the X2 in order to get to that, which means you're gonna have to get down to the Splitpaw hub. You're gonna have to do a number of quests down there. You get a certain amount of faction in order to do the quests and to do the raid zone. So one thing that wasn't really mentioned in the notes, but I assume is going to be in the patch, is the Hunter's Quest. So if at level 50, midway through the vanilla expansion, the Hunter, as you can see where I am on the Lava Storm map, straight from the docks, you go through the tunnel and then go north, kind of up here near this lava flow. There's a hunter, Alizea, and you talk to him. He gives you a quest. Like this says, kill Kodan, Afridi Lord Dejarn, and Banetooth Splitclaw. So, like everyone knows probably what Afridi Lord Dejarn is if they did the E-boots, Golden Afridi boots. So you have to do that zone, kill that boss. Kodan, I can't remember exactly what zone that is. And then the Banetooth Splitclaw is one of the Splitpaw zones that will be released also with expansion. But once you do this quest, you end up getting 4 coins, or 2 coins. 2 coins. So you do it 15 times, and then you'll be able to purchase one of these hunter's items. The hunter's items are generally best in slot. As you can see, they have a little bit of fervor on them, so that's 0.3 fervor, but then the ratings and the stats are just super good. I think the prismatic is in like the 50s in terms of rating, and then the offhand for scouts is like 66. The proc also gives you does damage and increases your ability reuse. So while this is procced, you're at 4.6 reuse on this weapon. But like I said, because the fervor is so good, you usually want to choose 2 items with fervor. You can only choose 2 items on your characters because these items are prestige, as you can see, like under the name Cutthroat Hunter's Cloak, Fabled Hunter's Union, Prestige. You can only wear 2 prestige items. Something to keep in mind, something for you guys to look at. Like, for example, the crossbow is always a big one that most people end up getting because the rating is just astronomically high, 91.4. It has 0.9 reuse on it, and it also has 4.6 reuse if you're procced up, and the 0.3 fervor. So it just has really good stats. But there's tower shields. There's a neck item that has a clicky on it, which is pretty cool. There's a shield for healers. There's weapons, and the cool thing about this, the weapons, and like say for example, say you get a shield and also get the crossbow, you actually have a chance to proc flay twice, or you have 2 chances to proc flay. So pretty nice. They're going to get people logging in every day on their mains, or choosing just like one main and one alt, just because you're going to have to do this quest multiple times a day, or multiple times a day if you have multiple characters, because you definitely want to get 60 coins and buy both of the items. So it'll take you about a month, which is nice. The expansion is going to be going on for 4 more months after this Tuesday patch, so you'll at least be spending 1 month of it logging in every day and making sure to do these dailies, get these coins, and get your 2 hunters weapons. Your 2 hunters items, these will be essentially your best in slot for the rest of the expansion, and you will pretty much use them through DOF. Mostly depends. Some of the weapons may be lower in terms of rating that you'll stop wearing them, but something to keep in mind from this upcoming patch. Alright, so there you have it. We talked a little bit about Bloodline Chronicles, Splitpaw Saga, and also talked about the hunters. It doesn't say it's releasing, but it should be releasing. It usually releases with these other mid-content items, so keep an eye out for that as well. What are you guys' thoughts about it? If you enjoyed this video, leave a like on it. And if you want to make a comment, leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you enjoy my content and you want to support the channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bells for alert when new content is available. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys later.